Greetings there, friend! Welcome to the fire. Come, take a break and a rest while I tell you a story about a very angry dwarf. So angry that they definitely won't go quiet into that good night. Local dwarf, literally too angry to die. r/dndstories, posted by Furcorn Gaming. I've always wanted to play D&D 5th edition after watching YouTube videos online about people's fun experiences. Recently, around 2 months ago, a teacher at my high school got a group of kids together to show them how the game worked. With everyone showing up to the Google Meet, practically all becoming friends and starting a Discord group hours later. Fast forward until about a week ago, and our DM ended up with a filler session since half the main party wasn't available. Now for a few things to know about this homebrew campaign that our DM cooked up. The first being that a majority of encounters have been mostly made up of various goblins that are enslaved or tricked by this cult that is kidnapping townsfolk and raising the dead. One notable goblin being a fat one named Craig. Long story short, Craig is a goblin that became a running gag and antagonist of the campaign, with every bad moment usually having him around. Another note is that I'm playing a hill dwarf barbarian by the name of Berserker, with his profession being a brewer/bartender turned soldier that lost everything and everyone he loved before the campaign began. So naturally, we also made the joke that he is too angry, drunk, and Scottish to die. No, seriously. During this session, after waking up inside a wagon, wrists tied together, and goblins trying to knock everyone out, Berserker was a fighter, with everyone but him and our warlock getting knocked out as soon as their clubs bonked them on the head. Berserker took 2 hits without falling, all while punting a goblin out the back of the wagon like a soccer ball and ripping his hands out of the tied rope. Then comes later in the story as goblins ambush us from the treetops and on top of boulders. Berserker tried to jump up in the air and throw his hand axe at a goblin. I rolled a nat 1 with the axe being thrown up with the handle bonking me on the head as it came back down. The goblin on the rock laughed at my attempt and throws his scimitar into Berserker's gut, dealing half my hit points of damage, coughing up blood, and overall looking like total shit. Then the unthinkable happened. After standing up and ripping the sword from his gut, Berserker stares at the goblin with a death glare, the JoJo menacing symbols hovering behind him as his wounds close from his teammate's healing spell. The goblin was knocked down from an earlier turn. He left the axe behind and ran towards the goblin, yelling a war cry as I activated my rage and rolled a nat 20. His fist plunging through the goblin's face and through the back of his skull. Blood, guts, and bone shards clinging to his hands as he yanked it out. The goblin dead before it hit the ground. And with that and a filler character druid dying to make a makeshift explosive, we ended the session there. It was a really fun time, and after that, we all leveled up to level 3. I chose Path of the Beast, or whatever, where you can shapeshift parts of your body to an animal's when you rage to use as a weapon. Maybe I'll make another post about how my character tore someone to shreds like Marvel's Wolverine. Who knows if it ever happens again. Anyway, thanks for reading this. You know what they say, keep swinging until they're down, and then take a few more swings to make sure they stay down, and then a few more for good measure, bub. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And would you kindly follow the socials posted in the description below. As always, be good, be great, be awesome.